Welcome. Hello, 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 everyone. I'm so excited to share this with you today. I have 5 simple techniques for shoulder pain and better mobility. So if you've been struggling with discomfort in your shoulders, limited range of motion, this really is going to be the video for you. We're going to cover some simple stretches you can do at home to help alleviate any of this discomfort and really just improve your overall well-being and range of motion. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. Let's get started. So the first thing I really want to talk about is when we talk about shoulders, remembering that the chest and the upper back and the neck, it's all connected together. So we're not just exclusively focusing on the shoulders, we're focusing on all the things that are connected to it. So as with anything, we're always going to start with just a little bit of a warm up. And we're going to start just really simply. I want you to just go ahead and lower your left ear over to your left shoulder. And as you do, go ahead and extend that right arm out at an angle. What that does is keeps the shoulder from lifting. So we're just reaching the right arm down as the left ear draws to the left shoulder. We're going to go ahead and just slowly lower that into the center of your chest. And then we're going to go ahead and draw the right ear to the right shoulder. And this time we're going to extend that left arm out at an angle. Just a gentle stretch through the side of the neck as we warm up. And again, releasing that chin into the chest. And inhaling as we sit up tall. Then we're just going to work into some simple shoulder shrugs. So just lifting those shoulders high and drawing them down. But as we do this, they may be simple shrugs. It's not easy to say, simple shrugs. But we're trying to incorporate as much of the back and chest into these shrugs as you can. Let's go ahead and switch directions. Just lifting them high, drawing the shoulder blades down. Let's just take it one more time, up and around. Maybe some little half shrugs or little quarter turns with the head. And then we're going to come back, nice tall spine. All right. So the next thing I want to do is just focus on the arms. So we're going to take a big inhale. We're going to lift those arms high overhead. I want you to grab onto your left wrist. I want you to find all the length you can through your left side. And as you exhale, just take a little dip over to the right. And we're not trying to completely collapse in. We're trying to find that length through the side body. And that way we make it more about the arms and shoulders and less about the side ribs. So typically we want to hold this about 20 seconds. We release, we come back to the center, and we switch. So go ahead and grab onto your right wrist. Inhale, find all the length that you can. And as you exhale, just a tiny dip over to the left, increasing that stretch there through the right side. And we're going to bring that back into the center here. And what I want you to do now is we're going to lift the arms up. We're going to broaden the chest, draw those shoulder blades down as we slowly lower the arms. So we're reaching out through the fingers, making our chest wide, slow and controlled as we draw those arms off to the side. And again, rolling those shoulders forward, together and down. All right. The next thing I'm going to do, we're going to go through these kind of rapidly, but it really doesn't take much to kind of get everything to loosen up, is we're going to work on a rhomboid stretch. So rhomboids are those things that are the muscles behind you that help pull your shoulder blades towards your spine. It's really simple. We're just going to bring the palms together. So we're going to thread the fingers. I want you to push your fists outward. And as you do, lower your chin to your chest, and you're going to round the spine. I'm not going to tuck my chin too far down because I have a microphone right there. But really work on drawing your chin in, pushing out through the fingers, and bringing that nice arch to the back. And again, we want to hold most of these for about 20 seconds as we do them. So now we've gone through the back. Now we're going to do the same thing to the front here. So we're going to take those hands. We're going to clasp them back behind us. And you're going to push down. You're going to broaden the chest. You're going to draw your gaze up. Now, I know with flexibility, this may not be in the cards for you to drive. So if you can grab just a small hand towel or belt or anything, you can grab hands if you're unable to thread the fingers. But again, we're going to push down, broaden the chest, and draw the gaze up. Making sure to use that breath as a tool to be able to relax into these stretches. If we're all tense and tight, it's really going to be counterproductive. So we use the breath as a way to try to release it as we're moving through all these different stretches. All right. The next one, so there's a pose in yoga called Eagle's pose. We're just going to take the arm aspect of that and take the legs out of it. But it's really good for so many different aspects of the shoulders, the deltoids, the chest, the back. So we're just going to start by bringing those arms out as wide as you can. Again, we're going to reach long. And as you exhale, you're going to bring them back to center. You're going to cross your left elbow underneath your right. And can be done a few ways. You can bring palms together when you get in here. I honestly don't have, I'm kind of thick. I got, how my arms fit, and that's just not within my range of motion. So for me, stacking palms here works, but if your arms are out here, that's okay. We just gradually work on drawing them together until you get to a point where you have this flexibility. And if you want to make it a little more, we're just going to lift those elbows high. And the next step from that would be to draw those palms away from you. And you can feel how each step just brings a little more depth into this for about 20 seconds. And then again, we unwind, we draw the arms out wide. And as we do, we pull those shoulder blades behind the back and we send the sternum forward. And we're going to exhale. We're going to bring this back to center again. This time, the right elbow crosses underneath the left. Again, we draw those palms as close together as is comfortable for you. And if you're getting a good stretch here, stay here. If you'd like, lifting the elbows. And the next step would be drawing the palms away from your head. So just do what feels best in your body today. Remember, we never push past our comfort level. That's where we can get an injury. And we release, we unwind, we draw those arms out wide, we send that sternum forward again, and then we bring the palms together above the head. We're going to find that link through the fingers, and just like we did before, we reach out through the fingers, we broaden the chest, slow and controlled, as we bring the arms back along our sides. All right, and the last one, this is going to seem a little silly. It's called dancing with teacups. So the idea is that we're really going to get the whole arm. We're going to get the deltoid, the chest. Start by just bringing your left palm out to your side. And I want you to pretend like there is a scalding hot cup of tea. This is going to be more difficult than it sounds, but you want to keep your palm as flat as possible. So the first thing you're going to do, it's kind of a corkscrew motion. You're going to turn those fingers in towards your face. You're going to begin to lift the elbow around as you scoop the palm away. Keep that corkscrew motion going as you come back in towards your rib cage. We're going to keep that palm flat. You're going to push it up to the sky. And again, turn those fingers in. Elbow rises, scoop the fingers away. Back in towards the rib cage. Flat palm pushes to the sky. Let's take it one more time. And if you don't get this right off the bat, that is okay. Most people don't. It takes a little bit of practice. Shake it out. Now we're going to switch that up. Looks like we got my dog in the background there. Katya, the Wonder Pooch, has joined us. All right. Switching sides. Keep that right palm flat. We turn the fingers in towards the face. We lift that elbow high. We scoop away, back in. Palm stays flat as we push it up to the sky. Keep it going. Turn those fingers in, away, towards the ribs. Flat palm pushes to the sky. One more time. Let's shake it out a little bit. And then we're going to do dueling teacups. All right. So 2 flat palms, and I think 2 is almost easier than 1. Turn the fingers in towards your face. The elbows lift high. We scoop away, in, push those palms up. One more time. In, around, flat palms push to the sky. So as you can see, none of these are very challenging. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. We all have different things that we're going through, different points of tightness or pain. So they shouldn't be overly challenging, but they should be things that you can add into your life. Just kind of pepper them in. The idea is that we want to do these once or twice a week. It's not something you want to do all the time, every day. You want to give your body a chance to adapt and kind of gain that flexibility. Just by bringing in motion, it's really kind of wild how quickly we can eliminate a lot of the pain that we're carrying through. Too much of our lives is spent like this, hinging from that mid spine, drawing the shoulders in. So by doing these things, it really undoes a lot of that. So I hope you found this stuff helpful. I appreciate you joining me today. If you've enjoyed today's content, please give this stream a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. I will be going live on every Wednesday at 1 p.m. now until the end of September. Each week, I'm going to be offering ways to alleviate pain on a specific part of the body. There's a full schedule listed in the description below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions, so feel free to leave a comment below. We answer every comment that we get, and we use a lot of that feedback. It helps us create content in the future that we know that you'll love and find valuable. So remember, your journey is unique. We're all unique. We all have specific needs, and we're here to support you in every step along the way. So either that's here on YouTube or at wiseliving.media. There's also a link to that, to our website, where we have a whole lot more yoga. You're welcome to join us there. But until next time, stay mindful, stay active, stay balanced. Thanks for joining me.